He had only dozed off for a moment on the train, but when he woke up, he found himself in an awkward situation. He quickly pulled out his ticket, trying to explain that he hadn't meant to ride without paying, but he still ended up getting kicked off. He'd taken this route home countless times, yet somehow, on his daughter's birthday of all days, he boarded the wrong train. After passing through a tunnel, the train made an unscheduled stop at a small station. With no other choice, he stepped off and prepared to wait for the next train back to Paris. But what he saw around him left him stunned. The station was nestled among mountains, small and worn, yet still dignified and quaint. By some twist of fate, he had returned to his hometown, a place he hadn't set foot in for over 20 years. He glanced at the old yellowed watch on his wrist. After a moment's hesitation, he grabbed his suitcase and walked toward a place that felt both familiar and foreign. The buildings in the small town looked just as they had when he was a child, only now with an air of desolation. The streets were far less lively than he remembered, and as he walked, he didn't see a single familiar face until a mechanic on the corner stood up and called out his full name. It took him a moment to realize it was Lucio, his childhood best friend. Remembering the thick head of hair his friend once had, he couldn't help but feel a pang of nostalgia. Lucio set aside his work and walked with him from one end of town to the other. They had a wonderful time catching up, but when Lucio invited him for a drink, he politely declined. The town seemed even smaller than he remembered. A stretch of road that once felt so long now took just a few steps to cross. After all these years, he could no longer remember exactly where his mother's grave was. Fortunately, it was easy to spot, the most modest one in the cemetery. He slowly knelt down and placed his hands on the headstone, tears welling up in his eyes. Life hadn't been kind to him lately. A stagnant career and a marriage on the brink of collapse, two heavy burdens that had drained the life out of his middle-aged years. Little did he know, the answers he sought were hidden here, in this place he hadn't visited in so long. Suddenly, a butterfly near his mother's grave caught his attention. His gaze followed it without thinking, until the world began to spin and he collapsed to the ground. He had no idea how much time had passed before he finally came to. Instinctively, he rushed out of the cemetery, grabbed a bike, and pedaled toward the station as fast as he could, completely unaware that he now looked like an entirely different person. He was terrified of missing his daughter's birthday. Even more, he feared that breaking his promise would cost him whatever trust his family still had in him.